Robert Kelly here with Sun Driven Solar. Today we're going to talk about SolarEdge inverters versus Enphase micro-inverters. We're going to talk about the specs on the spec sheet. We're going to go into the monitoring platforms and let you guys have a comparison between the two and hope you guys can understand the difference. So let's take a deeper dive into it. Let's go. So let's start with Enphase. Enphase comes with a standard 25-year product warranty. SolarEdge has a 12 to 25-year product warranty, and we'll get to that in a second. You can bump it up to 25 if you want to. This is the look of the microinverter here. It's lightweight and small, and it's mounted up on the roof underneath every single solar panel. You can see that the solar panel gets plugged in right here with these MC4 connectors, and then you mount the microinverter to the rail that's underneath the solar panels, to the rail of the system with these holes right here. Here's an example of how you would mount it. So this is a rail, and it has a slot right here. You put a nut and bolt through here, slide it in, and then you have your microinverter you would put right here underneath the solar panel, and it gets locked in right there. This is the same as the power optimizer with SolarEdge. The power optimizer gets wired in right there underneath the solar panels. Let's go back to the microinverters. Enphase, you have your IQ7 60, which is good right here for 235 watts to 350 watts, which is good for a 60 cell module or a 120 half cell PV module, solar panel. So let's go over to the IQ7 Plus, which is good for a 72 cell module. IQ7 Plus is good for 235 watts to 440 watts on a solar panel, and it's good for 60 cell or 72 cell modules. How do you know if you have a 72 cell module or a 60 cell module? One key factor you can look at is the voltage. So you can say the maximum input DC voltage of a solar panel is less than 48 volts. Then you're going to be good with the IQ760. If it's above that, if it's a 60 volt solar panel, then you're going to want the IQ7 Plus. So that's kind of the basics of the microinverter. You do have efficiency losses with the inverter because it's mounted up on the roof where it's hot. So inverting power creates heat, and you want to have less heat. These microinverters are mounted up on the roof where it's hot to begin with. So the efficiency rating of these microinverters are 97% weighted efficiency. So you have a 97% efficiency rating on these microinverters, where SolarEdge, you're at a 99% efficiency. There's one point of failure in a solar system, and that's going to be at the inverter. The solar panels don't really go bad. It's very rare that a solar panel goes bad or has an issue. So let's go back over to SolarEdge and take a look at that. Okay, SolarEdge inverters here. SolarEdge has models from 3 kilowatts to 11.4 kilowatts. Comes with a 12-year standard warranty that you can increase to a 25-year warranty if you pay an extra about $200 to increase that warranty up to 25 years. This is what the inverter looks like. You mount it next to your meter on the outside wall of your house or in your garage, whatever works best for you. SolarEdge has a 99% weighted efficiency, which is the best in the market for efficiency. It's having one centralized point of inverting for the whole system. It has built-in heat sinks to avoid that efficiency drop with the heat. There's a lot of things that go into it, but 99% weighted efficiency on the SolarEdge. A lot of people say, well, if one solar panel goes bad, the rest of the string is going to go bad as well. Like Christmas lights, when a Christmas light goes bad, you have one light that goes bad, the whole string goes bad. That's not the case because of the SolarEdge optimizers that get mounted on the roof as well. And this is what it is. So each solar panel gets plugged into one optimizer, then the optimizers are wired in series together, and that gives you the best performance out of every single solar panel, and that comes with a 25-year warranty. So let's take a look at Enphase's monitoring website. So this is one of the customers that we've installed a while back, and you can see his arrays. He's got a lot of solar panels, and this is the azimuth that the arrays are facing. So this array is facing east. This one is facing just about south. This is facing southeast. And you can go see, and you kind of see the little bit of different shading on the different panels. So You see like this darker panel is producing 205 watts versus the one next to it at 261 watts. So this darker panel is producing a little bit less power than the one next to it. So maybe there might be an issue with that panel right there. We'll have to keep an eye on that and see what's going on. But you can see all the different watt hours for all the different panels. It monitors every single panel on the roof of where it's at. We can go into the graph section here, and you can see that this blue line is a nice sunny, this is the sunny curve. So the solar production is nice and sunny. There's no clouds on this curve right here. The next day is no clouds again, beautiful day. Then there's a little bit of clouds here, a little bit choppy, just barely. Pretty good day again. Then the next day, look at that, a lot of clouds coming in. There's a lot of spikes and peaks going on with the solar production, and you can kind of just see what's going on. This must have been a really bad day next to it. So you can kind of gives you an idea of what's going on with your power in a graph standpoint. And then also on the side here, you've got how much power you've produced today. 15 kilowatt hours is what this person has produced today, which is a lot. Past 7 days, about 500 kilowatt hours month to date, 1.28. So all that stuff that you can see going on with the system, all within the monitoring. You can also look at each device, each microinverter. You can look at the gateway, which communicates to the system to make it online. You see we got green checks going on here. Everything looks good. We've got our microinverters all down here. So you can see all the microinverters with the part number and the serial number on each single inverter. Everything looks good. You can go on, there's 5 pages of all these microinverters. Let's look at SolarEdge. SolarEdge, this is the layout. So you can see this system a little bit more dramatic because this one is facing south. This array at the bottom is facing south. Then the array up here is facing east. And there's a big difference in the production. So you can see that. Oh boy, there we go. You see that all the production as well. And you can break it down to a monthly, you can break it down to a daily, weekly, all kinds of cool features. Let's just break it down to today. And you can see a cool shading standpoint on the SolarEdge. So this panel at the bottom right there, there's some shading going on with this panel. So we'll break this down into a playback. This cool feature on here that you can play back, how everything has gone throughout the day. So I'll put it into a weekly playback, and now you can see the nice big curves that we were looking at earlier. And the same deal was nice days here, then there's really choppy day, cloudy, and then a really bad day over here. And you can see the playback going through. I'll move it a little faster. You can see all that kind of cool stuff. So you break that down, you look at the dashboard real quick, look at your current power, what you're producing currently, your energy today. This is a much smaller system than the Enphase one. So 6 kilowatt hours today. Looking at the year standpoint, nice looking curve on his yearly production and also his past couple years. So we actually added on to the system at the beginning of this year. You can see the extra production that he's got because he actually got a new electric vehicle, or I can't remember what it was, but he increased his power usage. So we gave him more solar panels to offset that increased power usage. So you can see the other years, a nice comparison of all the other years throughout here. Really clean and easy to understand. You can break it down into a month standpoint on the graph section, just like we were looking at with Enphase. So you have the weather over here kind of giving you an idea of what the weather is like for your solar production that you're looking at. So today's Thursday, yesterday was Wednesday. And on the map here, you can see that today is the 15th, Thursday. Things are looking pretty good. It's partly cloudy. It's 11:49 a.m. right now. And yesterday was rainy, so we had quite a bit of spikes on Wednesday. And then the day before that, it was really, really bad weather. It rained really hard, so the solar was not doing too hot the day before that. So it kind of gives you an idea of what's going on with the weather and your solar production. Also, the environmental aspects of it. You have your CO2 emissions saved and the equivalent to how many trees your solar system has planted. Pretty fun fact. So that's a comparison of SolarEdge versus Enphase on the monitoring side of things. and hope that gives you guys a good breakdown of what you guys have on your options. Hope you guys enjoyed the video today. If you have any questions, feel free to comment, or if you're looking to get a quote done for your house, fill out the form below. If you don't live in the Treasure Valley, go ahead and fill out the other form, and we can help you get started along your solar journey as an unbiased opinion and just help you get the information that you need to make a proper decision on buying your solar systems. Until next time, Robert Kelly, Sun Driven Solar, signing off. See ya.